Hey y'all, Cornell Jermaine here. Listen, I'm so happy that you tuned in again to Quick Tip Tuesday, where I, Cornell Jermaine, give you some simple quick tips for hair care. Now listen, today I'm going to take it a little different. I'm not going to give you a hair care tip specifically as much as I'm going to give you just a hair care tip as pertains to finding a care professional. There are so many who are looking for a stylist because some have retired, moved on, done other things, X, Y, and Z. So now you're in a position to where you're looking for a new stylist. Maybe you move to a new city, who knows? There's a way that I think you need to approach that process. Now, I always say if somebody is looking for a new stylist, the first thing you want to do is you want to get a referral. Whether that means asking your girlfriend, your sister, your coworker, who they go to. But you want to get that referral based on what you see. And what do I mean by that? If you have a coworker whose hair always looks good, always looks healthy, you might say, her hair always looks healthy. I'm going to ask her who she goes to. And she tells you. Then you want to call that person, not schedule an appointment to see them, not jump in their chair. You want to call them and set up a consultation. That's where people go wrong. You have to understand that sometimes what works for one may not work for the other. So your coworker may have a great experience with this professional, and that professional might understand that hair type more so than yours. You don't know that though if you don't consult. All right. Secondly, you also want to be careful about that because I know people, contrary to popular belief, who will give you the wrong person, the wrong number. They'll give you the stylist that work next to your stylist or the stylist that maybe they used to go to because they don't want you to infringe upon their hair appointment. That's just between you and I. So you might ask them for a referral and they might give you the wrong person. Then you go jump in that chair and then you end up looking like boo-boo the fool. And you're like, well, hold on, why you ain't do my hair the same way? I used to go to her 10 years ago. Now I go, but they ain't gonna tell you that. They ain't gonna tell you that. Anyway, that's just between you and I. But it does happen, and that's not me exaggerating. I'm telling the truth. Or they'll just tell you, oh, they're not accepting anybody, or they're not accepting new people, or whatever. Or they'll make up stuff simply because they don't want you going to the same person that they go to. It happens, but you still have to safeguard yourself. So if you get a referral from someone that you know or somebody that you see in the streets, if you call and do a consultation, it'll give you a better working knowledge of who that person is, what they do, how they may be able to help you. Okay, so you set that consultation up. Some people will charge. Don't be alarmed at that. Some people may charge you a fee to consult. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. You go in, you have that consultation. At this consultation, there is no service, no other exchange of money other than maybe the fee that you paid for the consultation. You want to now, when you go in that consultation, to go in with questions about, now sometimes most consultations the professional will start out by asking you what you wear, what style you wear, what color you do, what you're looking to have done. Then you'll get maybe more deeper into questions that are centered more around your goals for hair care and what you want to achieve overall. Now, whether that's growth, whether that's to eventually go to a new cut, a new style, a short, whatever, you'll get more into that conversation after you have that base conversation about what it is that you initially want. You know what I mean? In the consultation, though, as the client, you want to have good questions and you want to have a good listening ear. Because typically in that consultation, that professional will let you know if they're capable or not, sometimes directly and sometimes indirectly, capable or not of caring for you and your hair. Now, they may be a great stylist, but their professionalism may be lacking. You might not want to go there because if they lack in this side, in your opinion, because everybody's different, if they lack in this area of professionalism in your opinion, they might slack in other areas, even though they might really know what they're doing. You just want to gauge that. And if you see the flag, walk away. But many people don't do that. They get the referral, they go sit in the chair, get their hair done, not knowing what to expect, basing it off of what they've seen on so-and-so's head, not really knowing what that relationship is like, what that process is like, not really having full disclosure on all that. You know what I mean? And then you end up like, well, wow, what happened? So-and-so here always look good. Why mine look like that? Sometimes it's because the stylist has to get to know what works for your hair. They have to get to know how to properly care for your hair specifically. Other times it may be they're not as well versed in your hair type or the style that you're wanting. You get what I'm saying? But a consultation will help kind of buffer all that. Now, I'm not talking about styling. That's what I want to get past the styling for a minute. I'm not talking about, oh, my curls weren't tight enough, or oh, you didn't style my hair like I like it. I'm talking more about hair care. And that's where you want to have some specific questions, because styling can be, it can be fleeting. You get what I'm saying? You might have, yes, you want to have a good style, but you don't want to base all of your effort on finding this new professional on just styling. If they have a base knowledge of what it is that you want, give them a try anyway. And if you feel like they at least can care for your hair, then maybe they can somehow give you a style that you may like. Now, if you end up with something that you really don't like and it just not working for you, I get it. Call it done and move on. But I want you to understand, when you're going into this consultation, you're not going into this consultation just to see how they style hair. You're going into this consultation to understand if they have a good working knowledge of how to care for your hair specifically, how to care for your situation specifically. You get what I'm saying? Once you feel like this is a good fit, I'm gonna give it a try. Now, you give it a test drive. You ain't fully committed yet. You set an appointment, the consultation went good, you feeling good, confident about this professional. Y'all got a good vibe, and that's a whole nother thing. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't vibing with and I don't want to solely base it off of that, but it does matter, because in a professional and client relationship, when it comes to, in the salon, it gotta be a vibe. And if the vibe is off, the energy is off, chances are the outcome of your style and the outcome of your care might be off. You get what I'm saying? Not necessarily because that professional don't know what they're doing. It's just the energy. Energy speaks so loud, you know. So you want to kind of feel and understand that too in that consultation process. And if your vibe is off and you ain't feeling their energy, go on to the next person. But if you feel like you got a good vibe, you feel like they're confident in what they're doing, you confident in what their ability to do it, give them a test drive. Now you're setting an appointment where you're going to get the initial service that you are seeking to have done. You come back at a different time. They'll give you a date, whatever, give you the cost. You come back ready and you get the service done. Now you're evaluating not just that ability of that stylist, but you're evaluating the experience of that salon, the experience of being with that professional. And at the end of that visit, you can say, oh, they did a good job on your hair and I enjoyed the experience. They did a good job on my hair and we had a good conversation, or a good vibe, or whatever the case may be. Now you can go after this test drive. Now that's 3 steps: referring, consulting, and now test run. Now you've done the test run, and now you can say, okay, I think I want to make this my new hair care home. Let's do it. And you set up a standing appointment, or you say, hey, I'll be back, or I like to come every 2 weeks, and this is another thing. You have to be clear on your intentions and what you like, especially if you're one who likes to get your hair done regularly. If you're one that likes to come every week, you need to understand at that consultation whether that stylist has the room to accommodate you every week. Because if they have a full book and they're busy with other things, they might not be available every week, and that may become a problem in the future. And if you give it a test run and you love it, but now you can't get in but every 3 weeks or once a month, it might become a problem for you. So that's a whole nother variable. That's beyond the hair care. That's beyond the hairstyling. That's just the availability. So you want to understand you want that to be one of your questions, the availability of this stylist. So if they're used to taking clients every 2 weeks and you're an every weeker, see if they're willing to do this. See if they have it in their schedule to do. You get what I'm saying? Or you might like Saturday mornings and they got full books on Saturday. They ain't got no room to put you nowhere on Saturday. Well, now you got to try to find an evening after work, but you don't really like evenings. Do you want to embrace that? Or do you want to just say, well, that's not usually what I like to do, so I'll try to, figure something else out. These are all things that has to happen before you marry into a hair care relationship. Because if you don't take these steps or you don't understand these things going in, you'll be left disappointed. Now, you might like the style, you might like the stylist, you may like the salon that they work at. But if you can't get in, you're going to have a problem. If you always got to wait, you're going to have a problem. You know what I'm saying? So you want to have all of these things on the table at jump. So that way, when you jump in, your expectations are put on the table and they know what they have to do to fulfill them. Real simple. Real simple. And that will prevent you from jumping from chair to chair, jumping from different care provider to different care provider, not knowing the consistency of what this one did from what that one did, and leaving you in a shamble because you can't find somebody. Hair care is such an important thing for women, and when they find someone that can care for their hair properly, that they vibe with, that they understand it, they cherish those individuals. And to have to be forced into a situation where you have to find something new or someone new could be a traumatic experience. So this is just my way of hopefully giving you some simple tools to help you out in that process, because it is not necessarily an easy step, but it can be one that works for you if you approach it properly. And in my professional opinion, this is how you need to approach it. I am, and this is just me, and I'm gonna wrap up in a minute, but I am excited when a new client calls me and says, hey, such and such referred me, I wanted to have a consultation. I love it, because now I know I'm working with somebody who takes not only their hair care seriously, but I'm working with somebody who might be a consistent client because they're looking for somebody who's really good at what they do and know what they're talking about, because I know what consultations, what goes into consultation. That means this is somebody who wants information. They want to understand. You know what I'm saying? Not only what you can do for me, but how you rock, how you roll in your business. And this is valid when it comes to setting up a business relationship to where you're going to be exchanging services for money, or exchanging money in the client for services. So I hope this helps you in your journey of finding a hair care provider. But I think this is a great place to start. And if you agree, give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below if you have anything that you would add to this process, or if you've taken any of these steps and it's worked out for you, or maybe it didn't work out so well. I want to hear your stories. Let me know in the comments below. Listen, this has been Quick Tip Tuesday with Cornell Jermaine. I'm always happy to share with you. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe the video. And don't forget to, I think I just said share and subscribe, but share the video and subscribe to the channel. That's what I want you to do. But I'll see you real soon on the next Quick Tip Tuesday. Until then, take care.